inside. Looks like there's something stuck in here.
Hello, ladies and gents. How are you doing?
What's up?
Ready to scream.
I like your shirt.
Thank you very much. Listen, guys, so congratulations on a fantastic movie for making the further fresh again. It's really great.
Thank you.
Woo.
So listen, time's of the essence. So my first question is for Amelia. I recently spoke to Lin actually about another movie called Scared to Death, which she played a woman of a certain age who she silently kind of regretted not having kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so this time around, I'm quite curious. I mean, that not having had kids really gave something authentic to that film that made the horror so much more horrifying later on in the film. So I'm quite curious how Gemma, being a single mother, how you felt that helped amplify the horror in this film.
I mean, for me, the relationship that Gemma has to her daughter is the beating heart of this, from my experience at least, because it's the role of a mother is so strong and so vulnerable all at the same time, because the most important, I'm not a mother myself, but I can only empathize that the most important, it's we would imagine like your beating heart itself is now outside of your body and it's therefore vulnerable, and so now you will do anything to protect that, but at the same time it's a very vulnerable position to be in, if you know what I mean. For me, it was hugely important for the gravitas of what this horror was.
Great.
Absolutely, yeah. Talking of beating heart, Elise despite being killed off very early in the saga, she's been the beating heart of the franchise ever since the first entry. So, Lin, I'm quite curious. I mean, you must know this character in and out so well, but each time we get a new entry in the franchise, you must learn so much more about the character that you didn't expect. So I'm quite curious, without spoiling the film, what most surprised you about Elise this time around?
I think her vulnerability on some level. It's a big responsibility that she holds in terms of her communication with the further, I think. And trying to fill that out internally as an actress and yet have it project something to the audience that's a little bit new or different. There's still that balance. There's, if we're lucky and there's another one, there's more to come with that. I'm really still exploring the character, which I'm grateful about. It doesn't feel like, oh, we're doing that again. We're not doing the same ever. Mm-hmm. So, and also I learned a lot about my character from these two characters who are in the film. And so we all define each other in some respect. And I love this franchise, and I'm ready for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
We all are.
Just think how smart we'll be at the end.
We'll know everything about
Brandon, talking about love of the franchise. Brandon, I know that all three of you will be, but I'm sure that Brandon, I know that you were a huge fan of the franchise when you received the script, no? But whenever we get so deep into a franchise with so many entries, you've always got to be careful when you're blending the new with the nostalgic, that it doesn't tip into hyper homage, right? Because otherwise it doesn't kind of hit as well as it should do. So I'm quite curious, were you aware of a kind of barometer there with Jacob, your director, and between the actors to make sure that you hit just the right notes, to make sure that it was just enough of the new and just enough of the nostalgia?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think even when I first got sent the script, I saw it was Insidious, and on the front page is like the Insidious title card of our script. So yeah, and I remember seeing that, and I was terrified immediately in the sense of like, oh, they're doing a new installment, and me being a part of this franchise that I adore, I'm like, hopefully they continue this on in a great way. And I remember reading the first 10 pages, and after that I was hooked. And the storyline that hooked me was the mother-daughter relationship that Amelia's character goes through in all the senses. And I was like, whoa, there's real, true horror and heart in this. And it just kind of spun it in a way where it pays homage to the originals, but also has its new entries of being scary. And yeah, just continuing to read the script, I was hooked, where it's terrifying and it's really messed up in a way. And as a fan of horror, that's kind of what I try to get to. But yeah, when I first got it though, I was terrified in the sense of like, oof, I'm afraid to touch this. Like, this is a scary. I love this franchise. I don't want to mess it up. But after reading it, I was like, I have to be a part of this. So I think there's that great balance of new scares, new characters that you just fall in love with.
New demons.
Get ready.
Yeah. Really creepy demons.
New villains, yeah. So it's it's an honor. It's an honor, and it was terrifying.
I can't wait for people to see it. Well, listen, they give me the wrap. I'm excited for people to see it because it's a fantastic, like I said, new, fresh take on the franchise. So thank you so much for your time. Thanks for a great movie, and I hope to speak to you again sometime soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care. Bye.